Well, just down the motorway from you, the kind of, you won't like me for this, but the red bit, OK, just near the red bit anyway, Lancashire. Yorkshire, the old staple joke is that, you know, Yorkshire's God's own country, right? You know, it's its own thing, right? But actually today you're very much British, are you? I suppose you put aside your county-wide love affair, I suppose, to pay tribute to our dear Queen. How did you feel? Did you feel a weird sense of, you know, I suppose, pride, but also sorrow?
Yeah, I think a lot of people in Wakefield feel the same way that I do. We have a lot of pride and we have a lot of respect for our Queen. It kind of felt like losing a grandma because she is that close. I mean, she devoted her life to the people. So, yeah, it was really close to my heart.
There are quite a few people there, and I think maybe let's look ahead a little bit as well and discuss. I don't know if there are any plans for what's going to happen on Monday for the funeral at all. I mean, presumably people might gather there because with the Queen's passing, I think the nation feels like it's lost something, like you said, a grandmother. But pubs like where you are now provide that sense of community, don't they? Do you think people will come together?
Yeah, I think that it would make sense for people to come together. I'm not quite sure on our plans at the moment. I know that a couple of places in Wakefield are planning on potentially opening just for the people that live on their own and that are lonely. We want to be able to create that family spirit, and that's something that we aim to do at the Black Horse.
Really was the Queen for everybody, wasn't she? And I mean, I know I was kind of just engaging in a little bit of gentle ribbing there about Yorkshire. That's my own personal bias coming through. But I must say, I'm very proud to be from the north because I don't want anyone down south to have a go at me now. But I think sometimes there's a bit more patriotism up north, to be perfectly honest. And I can see you've got a bit of bunting behind you there. You love to see it. I mean, do you think realistically that you know the north of our particular country is, you know, absolutely devastated at the minute, but potentially it could bring us all together?
Yeah, I definitely agree with that statement. I think that the North always rallies together. You always have a smile, especially in Lancashire and in Liverpool. You always know that you're welcome, like around the pub scene and everything. Everyone really looks after each other. I think that it is a devastating time for us all, but I know that we can get through this together and welcoming our new king.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, how did you feel as well? Can I just ask you a little bit about how you felt about the old Prince Harry situation? What's the mood like where you are there? I mean, do you wish that the brothers would put it to one side? I'm not trying to trip you up. I know it's a bit of a touchy subject, but I just want to get the views of normal people. I'm sick of interviewing royal experts all the time who give me the same answer. I want to know what people like you think about it.
I mean, with Prince Harry and Prince William, I think that they really should just put things aside. There's been a lot of hurt and a lot of pain, and I think that if they could come together just like people like me and people in the north, it would definitely stop the animosity and that kind of thing. I think there has to be a bit of respect there for each other, and I'm sure that they do love each other dearly, so it is quite sad to see how broken up the family is.
It really is. King Charles, do you think he'd be a good king? It's a difficult one, isn't it? Because I don't know, I won't ask your age on national television, but I can tell very easily that obviously throughout your own life, and as indeed it has been for mine and most people in the country, the only person we've known in a monarchy sense has been the Queen, right? So it's a bit of a difference for us. King Charles is a different person. Has he got your full support, do you think?
I mean, yeah, for me, he definitely has my full support. I think that he's going to be a great king. It is a shame that we're probably never going to have another queen in our lifetime. However, we've had kings before, and I think that he'll keep on his mother's legacy. Obviously, he's his own man and he'll do his own thing, but I think that he'll definitely honour the Queen's spirit wherever he goes.
Right, Jessie, just the last question now for you. Thank you very much for your time. I really appreciate it. You're an absolute natural, by the way. I think it's probably only a matter of time before you have your own show on GBNews. But one thing I miss about being up north, well, in fact, to be perfectly honest with you, I'm not drinking at all these days, but one thing I do miss about being up north is the good local ale, right? It's got a cracking mix of ale. What have we got on tap at the Black Horse pub, do you know?
Yes, I do. So we have Black Sheep, we have Timothy Taylor's Landlord, we have York's Blonde, and we've also got a new one which is 5 hops. It's kind of like a fruity ale. That one would be my pick if you were coming over.
OK, good stuff. Well, thank you very much. Yes, Black Sheep used to be mine, but it was a different time.